Ladies and gentlemen, we are at solar minimum conditions, and I really don't like solar minimum conditions. And I'm going to be doing a hardcore press on the THORnews September fundraiser. I've only got $215 left to raise. So if you'd like to donate and or contribute, I got a mailbox, snail mail, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, and a whole lot of love for y'all. Only $215 left to raise for September. Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, we're in solar minimum conditions, but the sun is still doing interesting stuff. If you will watch, keep your eyes over here. At some point, you will see that. And that was definitely interesting. It was a coronal mass ejection that popped to the south. Yep. We are in interesting times. We're in interesting days, and we are building up to the fifth and final Pluto square Eris on October 9th. And then we will be looking for a landfalling hurricane somewhere within 5 days after. For reference, we did this for the fourth one, and the fourth one was on August 27th. And then we looked for a hurricane 5 days in that window after, and we got hit by Category 3 Hurricane Ida in Louisiana, and then that same hurricane remnants tore up New Jersey and New York. So technically right now and this weekend is in the next few days are like the down period, and then it will continue to build. We got about 23 days left. That is not the button I wanted to hit. Oh, man. And hey, calling hurricanes and using models has been a sketchy affair this year. And so the story on Invest 95L, which has an 80% chance of developing now, was like, hey, it is definitely 100% going to curve out to sea. And then now it's like, well, it doesn't look like it's going to curve out to sea, but it does look like that the wind shear and the dry air and the harsh conditions are going to tear it up. And then if you notice over here, Nicholas is still hanging out over Louisiana. So Nicholas just kind of like moved and then stayed. Yeah, everything's weird, dude. Everything is weird. And so in the green, you have flash flood warnings and watches. And then in the light green, you have river flooding warnings and watches. And then you got heat happening up over here. And then you got flash flood watches over here as you have a atmospheric river coming into the Pacific Northwest. There's always something to talk about, man. And ma'am. Seems pretty much now we're just looking at this radar together. You and I. And if I'm acting weird, it's because the sun acts weird. And then weather acts weird. And then I act weird. And then industrial engineer Irene QRS keeps us updated that, hey, we are getting hit right in the face, in the chest, in the pelvis, in the knees, and in the toes with a geomagnetic storm right now. Because just because the sun is like spotless doesn't mean that it's not doing anything. And technically, this may or may not be from a coronal mass ejection that was fired up the sun a few days ago. And a running theme through this video will be that, like, wow, Papa K-Pal has been super duper freaking out for about 24 hours. And the fact that I'm having a fundraiser. What I do is I work super hard every month and then hope that it comes back and returns to me as your planetary defense commander. Okay. That was Volcano. This is Aurora happening over Inverness, Scotland, brought to us by Peacebird. Oh, the hats, Dovely. I don't know, with the whole 5th of 5 peak Pluto square Eris thingy happening on the 9th of October, and then Jupiter not going direct until the 17th of October, I feel like I'm going to be doomed and hanging on to a blade of grass for my life for the next 30 days. So will you hang in there with me during that time? We'll see. But hey, I never want to force you to be here. If you no longer enjoy THORnews or me, then you should definitely carry on and find something you do enjoy. U.S. Storm Watch. This is not a volcano, asterisk. Just unbelievable imagery from the Tobias Peak alert wildfire webcam this evening as the windy fire explodes, producing multiple pyrocumulus clouds. Remember, yeah, it is doomy. And, you know, I've cut down on me talking about the coronavirus because it just triggers people. But the numbers are still huge. Like yesterday, Florida released, they were like, yeah, okay, over the last week, 1,400 people died. And I was like, wow, that number's not that big compared to what they usually do. And then today they're like, oh, let's throw on another 2,400 on top of that, which means that they had, over the last week, they had an average of 495 people die a day from the coronavirus. In Texas, it's averaging like 400. So it's just weird. And then just me even mentioning the fact that, hey, guys, we are in a freaking plague, so please play defense. And, you know, some people get triggered and yell at me and stuff. I can handle it, but I'm going to be emotionally freaking fragile for the next 30 days, man. You know? Okay, great. Hey, look, over yonder, light shines. Mark Torellio, spectacular. Distant clouds on Thursday creating shadows during sunset in Mankato, Minnesota, courtesy of Jessica Blackstead. Sunset, New Mexico, or Minnesota. This is a talking one, and I'm just saying, I may, if you guys are nice to me, I may tomorrow go see the Kings of Leon in the Pavilion, Cynthia Woods Pavilion, here in Woodlands, Texas. Tickets are $29 up if you sit in the lawn. And one of the best times I have had in 2021 was when I drove from here to DFW to help my mom move. And I drove through the rain with the Kings of Leon album playing, and lightning was crashing all around me. It was a lightning storm. And it felt like it was me, Jesus, Neptune, and Jupiter sitting in the car, and we were all enjoying it, and it was rocking out. And then I passed Leon County in the middle of the rain with all the lightning crashing around. It's like a magical moment. So I would really like to go see them. And like I said, everybody needs to charge up because October, November, and December are going to be wild. So I'm taking hits. Jupiter's taking hits. I think on every level, most people are taking hits. So it's all like a crapshoot, game show, rock and roll cliffhanger. Eric Webb, here's the evolution of the operational 12 euro. Notice at first how the ULL, which means upper level low, and 95L are distinct entities. And 95L's 500 millibar center is offset to the northeast of the 850 millibar center. Then in a few days, 95L's low level vortex vertically stacks under the upper level low. So what he's basically saying is, yeah, we're going to continue to watch this thing like a freaking hawk, especially if you're on the East Coast, or the islands, or if it slips into the Gulf. There's so much to talk about. I'm already 7 minutes in. Yep. So Popocatépetl, it's really been freaking out, man. Hey, look, there's a sunspot shaped like an airplane. It's brought to us by Kevin Gill. And no, I'm just making a joke. This is when an airplane passes in front of someone photographing the sun. And this is solar minimum conditions still. Jacqueline Woodall is like, this may not seem like a big deal to other people across Canada, but nearly 60-kilometer-hour gusts for long duration in Vancouver is a big deal, eh? Tons of massive trees here with tons of leaves on the branches. Last time I checked, we're closing in on 10,000 people without power. Hopefully that Canadian accent was historical and accurate. Yeah, apparently that big river thingy, atmospheric, is no joke. And then we have the actual Earth and Eris opposition on the 20th of October, where Earth will be in the middle of the alignment between Eris. And then after that, we always watch for a major windstorm or hurricane within the 5-day windows. So we're actually going to have 2 5-day windows in the same month for Eris in the first time ever in THORnews, dude. And the Eris alignment 5-day things almost always hit, bro. So crazy shit, man. Super crazy shit, bro. Don't be fooled. We are at solar storm levels, says super cool Dr. Tamitha Skov. But the storm is not generating aurora at mid-latitudes, only weakly at high latitudes. This is due to mostly eastward magnetic field, no southward pointing, so views have died down. AE index, second figure, shows this very clearly. Oh, yeah, that's clear. KP index of 5 is misleading now. Solar storm is ongoing, but magnetic field is mostly eastward, so aurora views are weak. Your weak aurora views, man. The aurora view reviews are weak. D-. I'm be over here forcing jokes when it's super doomy and things are crazy and the aurora storms are weak. Despite KP showing storm levels, aurora views have died off. So just letting y'all know, don't get too excited about the aurora views tonight, buddy baby. I got so much to talk about. Ed Piotrowski. Now that's a double rainbow you're not used to seeing. Incredible reflection in the Wakakama River tonight. Fantastic photo, Sam Oakley, South Carolina, North Carolina. And how my fundraising blitzes go. I usually put out a video, I don't know, like every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours. Sometimes I can put out like 10 videos in a 4-hour period. I usually keep them to like 10 minutes. So we're at the 10-minute mark now. And I'm going to wrap this one up, and then I'll probably do one in an hour or two. And then I'll keep banging them out. And there's a lot going on. But yeah, if you'd like to contribute to THORnews, keep THORnews up and running, it would be super duper, absolutely greatly appreciated. And apparently, Emily's boobs are saying, cheers, bitch, to my fundraiser. So thanks, ES boobs, or whatever. The Auroras will come out today. So bet your bottom dollar that Auroras will come out today. Come what may. Nightlights. She keeps on giving here in the far north, even though the IMF, International Monetary Fund, is northward. You can say that again. Inflation is spiking. That's the advantage of being on the poleward side. That's what she said. Of the oval. All right. Man, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is time for THORnews to hit the dirt face first. Maybe, whatever. I'm not going to get all negative. I'll get negative 2 days from now if nothing worked out. All right? That's the deal. I'll stay positive 48 more hours. Okay. And I always get kind of sketchy and extra weird and emotional. And be a bit of a drama king when I'm at low balance. So yeah. Any help would be greatly appreciated. And in Taylor Swift news, she surprised everybody by re-releasing her Wildest Dreams song, which is a good song. I really like it. You should go listen to it. But the weird irony of life is, in the song, she's like, say you'll remember me. And so when I say, yeah, I remember her totally, I was getting in trouble. Like tons and tons and tons of trouble. Man, shit is, this is a complicated, weird timeline. Hey, did you know Dolly Parton and Elvira were my first crushes pretty much? Anyway, happy birthday to Elvira. So it's just like the cartoons where I got like the good angel on one shoulder and it's Dolly Parton. And then on the other shoulder, I have the bad angel and it's Elvira. All right. So if you want me to keep bringing you weather information and excellent insights like the Dolly Parton Elvira thing, if you could make a contribution, that'd be great. I think I made like 73 videos in a 30-day span without taking a day off. Although I took a day off like right after the hurricane passed by Houston. Anyway, and then so we're watching right around the 13th of October, but the models are showing crazy shit on off. They can't be consistent. Then you got a major storm which may or may not be hitting Europe. We definitely are expecting, October to be a freaking super wild month, man. Super wild. So I would do your best over the next week or two to have fun, enjoy life, rest, relax. Maybe eat some cake. Maybe I put some ice cream in your cake bowl. Don't put ice cream in your cake hole, though. Well, I guess you can. Cake hole's the mouth, right? All right. Now I'm just talking crazy. This was 18Z. Like, if you made out with Taylor Swift, I doubt you would forget her face or you'd forget any of the kisses, especially if someone super great. And if she happened to have like the cutest butt of all time, I doubt you'd ever forget it. So in the song, she's like, say you'll remember me. It's like the chorus song, say you'll remember me. And like, let's say hypothetically, I was like, yeah, I totally remember you. And then I get in trouble or hackers get weird. Just, I don't know, man. Life's weird. Did I mention the sun's freaking out? Even though it's in solar minimum conditions and I'm freaking out. And then sometimes these circles are like, I'm retrograding. And at one point in time, this storm of people was like, I'm getting giant. And then I'm retrograding and then going back and forward. I don't know. So the rest of the year is going to be like filled with surprises. And they're not all going to be great surprises, man. But I'm watching this shit. Although since the 14th, I have been sleeping a lot. I've been doing everything I can to catch up on sleep because that whole 30-day run didn't really sleep much. So yeah, we're wild for now, so it looks safe. But like I said, you can't trust anything these days, In Puerto Rico and the islands, I am definitely watching out for you guys because There's two. There's one close shot, then there's another one, boom, right after, like cannonballs. So yeah, we got a lot to watch. And like I said, I'm pretty sure, I would guess, if I had to take guesses, which I do sometime, I'd be like, hey man, I do think we're going to get hit by another hurricane right around the 13th of October. I could be totally wrong though, but it's best to just kind of, stay up on your game until the defensiveness till we get past October. And like, let's say that I remember that she was the best teddy bear I have ever had. What was it talking about? I don't know. And then you get in trouble, or people are like, shut up about it. And I'm like, I'm trying. What if it is interlinked with the Pluto Eris crap? Anyway, yep. Yeah, I'll be doing wonderful videos like this nonstop for at least 48 to 72 hours. That's how THORnews works, man. Yeah, so now the modelers are like, yeah, dude, there's not going to have a escape route, but wind shear's going to tear him up. So you ain't really got to worry about it, although it shows him connecting to that frame here. So I don't know, man. All right, we're 15 minutes. So everybody stay cool. And, if you'd like to donate, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if not, whatever. Everything works out somehow in the end, some way, or whatever's meant to be is meant to be. And I love y'all, Astro Fight Club. You guys are great. And so, yeah, I'm going to be weird and emotional the next 48, 72 hours. So if you want to tune back in, go ahead. If not, you may want to wait a couple days, and then I'll probably have leveled out. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Peace out. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Merry Christmas ahead of time. Have some fun now. Eat some cake.